good evening, people. Allow me just a moment. EK10, how you doing? I'm just doing a volume check, mate, so you'll hear me in the background just a sec. Right, just while we wait for that, let me give you this. So, after a long season, 8 weeks or so, and many races, many overtakes, and wonderful things have happened over the time. Hopefully, most of you that have been here will have been through the course of my commentary in League One. Of course, we've had other commentators doing the other leagues, so make sure to go and check out the content, I suppose, on the stuff that you may have missed out on through the seasons. Yeah, and come and enjoy the fun. I'm just obviously waiting for some people to join. Let me just load up Facebook, just so I can get the info for tonight. Because I'll be brutally honest, I procrastinated somewhat and don't have it handy. I say procrastinated somewhat. I've been exceptionally busy. Right, let me move this screen over. Flip my PlayStation onto my widescreen, which is a massive waste of real estate, but there we go. So tonight then, we have the champions of... we'll go through the qualifying list and who we've got anyway in a moment. Let me go and get you over to the game. There we go, so we're on to GT Sport. So we've got the 2 races for you tonight. So those of you that have been with us before and will kind of know what to expect, I suppose. But I'm aiming this at people that maybe haven't, so bear with me. There are multiple leagues running in the Infinity GT Manufacturer Series. Leagues 1 to 3. The champions of each league are invited into a champions event, and that's what you're watching tonight. What the host will try and do is pick a car stroke manufacturer that either hasn't been used or wasn't very good. Usually we get like really left field stuff. Tonight is no different. So they've selected Bugatti for tonight. So we've got 2 races for you. We've got race 1 in the Group 4 machinery. That's going to be around Red Bull Ring, which is the track you can see tonight. So the cars are all the same. Everyone has the same car. We then go to race 2, which is at Monza, and that's in the Group 1 Bugatti Vision GR1. Now that's a car that not many people use ever, because it's as a Group 1 car, it's not brilliant, but the Group 1 in those should be a good laugh. The Group 4s are going to be a little bit, we'll get on track and have a little bit of a look at who we've got anyway. These Group 4s are 4-wheel drive. They're quite easy to drive. They used to be quite an overpowered car. They went through a stage of everybody using these things. They've got less so. They're quite heavy, quite cumbersome. The tyre wear is quite epic on these things. So just being able to manage that, I suppose, is going to be a big advantage during the races. In terms of tyre wear, as far as I understand it, tyre wear is on. Both races tonight are 30 minutes long. We've got a qualifying for this first grid. So we've got 10-minute qualifying in a moment, and then as far as I understand it, they have to do tyre changes and stuff as well. So yeah, they might well have to do that. We have had a couple of dropouts. So the qualifying drivers. So we've got Tommy Concrete, who's out now. Let's give you this. Tommy, of course, had a brilliant campaign in League 1. Only not winning the championship because he missed a round, and I think even Hirakram will admit that. Tommy Concrete missed a round of races, lost out on a ton of points because of that. This man, who, in fairness to him, he's not a slouch. He walked away with the title in the end. So these two there on the basis of their League 1 victories. We've also got Dark Clark from League 1. You'll notice him. He was Tommy Concrete's partner in crime, so he's qualified due to the team championship being won by Citroen. We have Fabuki as well, who finished P3 in the championship standings in League 1. Always one to watch, never take your eyes off Fabuki. Rooting for League 3 boys tonight. Been a fantastic league, another great season throughout. Yeah, it definitely has. Come on, Les Pants from Jambo and Fee. Good luck, guys. Thank you guys for dropping in and tuning in as well. So we've got Aldo in the room as well. I do have. Let me just give you this screen. Actually, give me a sec. So forgive the noise you'll get in the background, but this is the standings for the leagues. So League 1. We've got Hirokram who took the win, then Tommy Concrete at P2 with Fabuki in 3rd, Clarkey 4th, but obviously they won the Citroen Championship. Then League 2, Surfer Ev walked that one, 10 points clear of Noah, Motorsport Hero, and Khan. I don't think can make tonight. Then Diablo finished 3rd there with Macrida in 4th. And then League 3, who DK10 is shouting for in the comments, is Les Pants, who got the title there, 217 points, big win for him. Then we've got Duskovia Shane, he was on 201, I don't know if I've seen him. Yeah, he's there, he's in the room. Gigi Buffon, who we've seen before on the channel, we've commented on his GTTCC racing, so we know all about him. He was P3, and then Aldo P4. Aldo, of course, someone I race in the GTTCC in the Fusion League. So that's most of your drivers. We've got a couple of wild cards in here as well that have qualified. Let me give you back to this screen. So in the room is sort of like a wild card. We've got Vicar. I don't know. James may well drop in and tell me who's in here for what reason, but I'm just telling you what we've got and why, really. So we've got Vicar 19 in the room, we've got Mutt 36 in the room as well. These might have been the highest scoring wildcards or manufacturers, like the winning manufacturers may have just made it in, so Vicar might have been paired up with someone else. On top of my head, I'll be honest, I couldn't potentially tell you. Then we've got Diablo, who we've mentioned before, Marshall, love a bit of Marshall, we've got Ice Chance as well. So that's kind of your lot. You've obviously got to favour the League 1 guys, but no one's driven this car in the championship as far as I'm aware. I've certainly not seen Bugatti listed. They don't, in fact no one will have driven this car because they don't make it Group 3. The Group 1 car at Monza, the next one, is going to be a new one for everybody. And that is it's just not something we do in this championship at all. Evening Surfer, are you racing tonight, mate? Are you in tonight? Good luck to all races, especially League 3. Yeah, we'll keep an eye on everybody, don't you worry about that. Try and give everyone equal coverage. I won't just be parked at the front watching Tommy Concrete and Hirokram kick 10 living bells and crap out of each other again. We'll make sure to give everybody a little bit of a look in. Oh yeah, there you are, Surfer. Surfer's in. So Surfer will probably be streaming his point of view over on YouTube. You can go and watch from his view as well if you'd like to, but they'll both be live on YouTube, I'm assuming, for the duration, so you'll be able to go back and watch it. I have absolutely no doubt about it. So while we wait then, we've got the Bugattis, Group 4s, 4-wheel drive fun. These cars from factory come out with over 1,000 horsepower. Of course, the GT4 versions significantly detuned from the factory. So the engines and the gearboxes are capable of producing ungodly amounts of power. But to compete and be eligible for GT4 racing, they are severely detuned. So believe you me, these cars do not go 263 miles an hour. They have a little bit of extra aero, 4-wheel drive of course, big fat tyres. Really weird display, which of course you don't get on the road car. What's with the duck? The duck is Ask Bob. I said the duck would make a return. The duck of sorrow, as I'm calling it. after our performance in the AXR Fuji 24 hours. Yeah, the Duck of Sorrow. Butterfly is for JJ Tribute. JJ? Yeah, I will be talking about liveries, mate. I always like to have a look at liveries, because some people do make a genuine effort on liveries for these. Some, to be brutally honest, will have just nabbed them from the, you know, the store or whatnot. But you can see some people have made genuine efforts. I think Tommy Concrete's just nicked that. You know it? He always puts a good livery out there, does Gigi? Always a good livery. Every single time. Dark Clark with the Jordan theme. Surfer Rev there, who we've just spoke about, his livery's got butterflies on it. So he's got a bike specialised on there as well. Oh yeah, see the butterfly there near the rear wheel. Vickers out in just a plain black stealth looking car. You're welcome, James. You are very welcome, mate. My pleasure. Fabuki's got the anime rocking. He's in the pits. So yeah, they, as far as I'm aware, they do have to run both compound tyres. So they'll have the softs and the mediums. They should have opportunity to change them anyway. I would imagine most, if not all, drivers will want to qualify on that soft compound tyre. Offers you a lot more grip. Even with the four-wheel drive offered here with the Bugatti Veyron, the medium tyre doesn't quite hold on as well laterally as the soft will do, and therefore it is advantageous to get it. The risk with not starting on the optimum tyre is being out of the slipstream, so getting a big hole in the air punched for you is quite beneficial, and Ice Champ will be benefiting quite nicely from the suck of Diablo ahead, although it looks like he might just be out of that. Bugattis, of course, do like to be short shifted ever so slightly, so dragging them to the absolute edge, you can see some of them doing here, isn't actually advantageous to the Bugatti. It does like a bit of a short shift. So we've got the first flying lap started now. We'll start to get an indication of who's where. Don't forget, we have got quite a few drivers who have pitted in, who want to start on the medium tyre, and they have pitted in for the softs. So we're a couple of minutes away from getting everyone's quali time on the board, but we will get a couple, including Tommy Concrete, who I'm expecting to be competing at the sharp end tonight. We might have a couple of surprises. We tend to do have we tend to have a couple of people in lower leagues. I don't mean this to sound disrespectful, but a couple of people in lower leagues that are usually up there mixing it up with the likes of Tommy Concrete and him and the ilk. So don't expect, just because they won League One, don't expect them to be absolutely smashing it, as Mutt goes provisional pole 37-0. 37-1 for Ice Chan. Tommy Concrete with a 35-6 statement of intent. Mr. Concrete then going 1.4 seconds clear of everybody else. Then we've got Gigi Buffon, who puts a 36.7 on the board there, just a second shy of the pole time. And don't forget, in the 10 minutes, the cars will be burning off some of that precious motion lotion. In these race cars, they have a tank, holds about 100 litres worth of fuel. Litre of fuel, there or thereabouts a kilo worth as far as weight is concerned. So the more you can burn away, the lighter your car's going to be. In these cars, the fuel tank is located quite low down towards the middle of the car. Where anyway? I believe it's in the middle. Might be in the front actually. No, there's the fuel cap. So yeah, it is in the middle of the car. So getting rid of that weight is advantageous. The guys are already starting to chop away about 20 litres worth of fuel. So quite thirsty beasts, these Bugatti Veyrons. Of course, even though the engine is detuned, it's still a W16, I understand, quad turbo. Although the restrictor plates on those will, let's just say, be rather large. So here we come then, out on his lap. And we will jump on board one of these drivers for a lap actually in a moment, and we'll just take you round the Red Bull Ring. We'll probably wait until we've got everyone's time on the board before we start messing about with that. And the Red Bull Ring, of course, this is a real world track. Both real world tracks we've got tonight. Well, here it comes. Going to pick up a penalty for going that far wide. I think he just strayed off the red and white. He might get away with it, but he looks really on the ragged edge there. What can Hirocom do? He's got a 35.5 to beat. He beats it with a 35.5. Goes top by just over a tenth of a second. So it's Hirocom pole. Tommy Concrete in for a fresh set of boots. Dark Clark in for a fresh set of boots as well. Fabuki has put a lap in, a 36.0 for him. Carrying a little bit of a penalty. Very easy to get those penalties here at the Red Bull Ring. That is going to be something that may shape this race. A slight track cut, very easy to do in sector 3 here at the Red Bull Ring, as we saw Hirocom very nearly get caught out by that in the early stages of qualifying. Very easy, just to run a wheel a little bit wide just as you're trying to maximise your exit speed. Fortunately, it's not been an issue so far today. Motion lotion indeed. Yeah, it's expensive motion lotion as well. As you can see, Tommy Concrete is fuel burning. You see how he's just dragging the car with the brakes on. He's getting rid of as much fuel as he could possibly get rid of. So yeah, Red Bull Ring then, based in Spielberg in Austria in the Styria region. FIA Grade 1 circuit, of course, hosts the Austrian Grand Prix, where Lando Norris's famous, what did we call it, Scenario 7 was born. Formerly the Aron Ring, or Osterlichling, as someone may have called it. Yeah, hosts MotoGP events as well, as far as I understand. Consists of 10 turns, just over 4 kilometres, 4.3 kilometres in length. Circuit record we're not going to see broken tonight, unfortunately. That was set by Carlos Sainz in the McLaren MCL 35, 105.6. We're not going to see anywhere near that in these Bugatti Veyrons. Now let's join Tommy Concrete for a lap then. So turn 1, just need to be careful to not hit that yellow sausage on the inside and not run over the yellow on the outside. That does dictate your track limits. This little turn here is technically turn 2, although it's not really a turn. The drivers are flat out. Then as you're coming up towards turn 3, you're getting heavy on the brakes just past 100 metre marks. Again, being careful not to take too much curb on the inside. Don't want too wide on the outside, not necessarily because track limits, but because grip. Down towards turn 4, then the most difficult braking area on the entire circuit. In the wet, this is a treacherous place to be. You look for the marshal's post, you brake just before that, and you want to get the car tucked in early. Tommy Concrete just a little bit wide there then as he runs through turn 5 behind Aldo, who looks like he's yet to set a lap. Down through turn 6, and this is a sweeping corner. Feels like it's going on forever. You want to get the car hooked there on the inside. You can run quite a lot of that on the outside, then start turning your way through turn 7. Purple sector then for Tommy Concrete. He is set. Just another 3 corners to go then. Will he get pole position here? We are approaching the end of the qualifying session. Nice little toe he's getting from Aldo here towards the end as we go through Rint. Again, looking for the marshal's post. Hook this corner up. You don't want to run too wide on the exit. You can even balance in the throttle there to not do that. You can run a lot of curb there on the inside. Again, be careful on the exit of the corner. A little bit of slipstream here of Tommy Concrete. Will he beat his 35? He will. 35.454. Good enough for pole by a tenth at the moment. Has Hirocom got anything to answer? He's going to get one more lap in. We've got Dark Clark holding third at the minute with Fabuki in P4. Dusgovia at the moment, star at qualifying, P5, 36.2 for Dusgovia. Absolutely flying, the DMK driver. Then we've got Les Pants, P6 at the moment. Surfrev 7th. He's about to start his last flying lap. Gigi, 36.7 for him. It is P8. Mutt, P9 at the moment. He's got to get a move on. Diablo down in 10th with Marshall 11th at the moment in qualifying. Icechan 12th. Aldo is 13th. He has set a lap. It was a 37.1. And then Vicar sitting in the pits and doesn't look like he's going to get another time on the board tonight. So what could happen then? So we've got a couple of drivers now. As Dark Clark goes pole, a 35.4. We just missed that. I apologise, Dark Clark. That has been your absolute stormer of a lap. That's pretty much his qualifying done though with that penalty. Can Tommy Concrete and Hirokram do anything about that? Tommy's not going to get another lap in now. Hirokram's going to be the only one that can upset the party then for Dark Clark, as far as I can see. He's got to find a 10th and a bit from somewhere. Sector 2 time should come up on the screen in just a moment. We'll find out if he's up on his time. He is down on his time, so it looks like Dark Clark here will be the pole sitter for the first race of the Race of Champions with a 35.450. That is 4 thousandths of attempts faster than Tommy Concrete has managed. Tommy's just going to go in and change his tyres now by the looks of it. We've got Fubuki, P4 on the road because a couple of cars have come in the pit. Dusgovia, it says P4 on the screen, it's going to be a P5 I think, because we've got people to come back out of the pits. But that's a great lap from Dusgovia. That was a 36.2, that was 8 tenths off the pole time, and considering the guys that are setting the pole times are absolute aliens, as Surf Rev goes P5, a 36.2 for Surf Rev. A respectable time indeed, and he goes onto the third row of the grid. Nice chant as well. We've got a couple of drivers in the pits just getting those tyres changed. These guys will want to start potentially on the harder compound tyre. A lot of them will do that. It is strategically advantageous to start on the hardest compound. It gives you more options into the race. With the races only being half an hour tonight, I wouldn't expect them to be running these mediums that long. You should be able to do 20 minutes comfortably on a set us off, so probably a few laps for some of these brave ones and they'll come in and get those mediums off. With this car being a four-wheel drive though, will the front really start to wear on? And just as we're waiting, I'm just going to run and get my water. It's in my gym bag, so I'm just going to mute you a second while I do that. There we go. Right, I'm watered up. Yeah, I made the mistake the other day. I did a commentary on a 3-hour stint, the Akapax Racing Fuji 24-hour. Oh, that was rough on the boys. Still recovering from it. Good time for Dusgovia. Yeah, it was P5 on the grid for him, 36.2. Stunning time. That's what I mean though about fuel. So like Dusgovia's obviously got rid of a little bit more fuel and that's helped him. Here we go then, half an hour at the Red Bull Ring. Tell me your predictions. Who you think will win, or who you want to win, or who you're supporting. Let me know in chat. Can we turn the duck of sorrow into the duck of joy tonight? So there's confirmation grid with Dark Clark and Tommy Concrete, the two teammates. They've not always been the nicest to each other on track. Is the best way I'll put it. Let's put it that way. That pride is at stake first before team orders, but everyone gets away well. These cars won't have any issues off the grid. Four-wheel drive will bog everyone down initially, but everyone's in the same car, so similarly disadvantaged. So it's Dark Clark then through turn 1. I don't think we'll see any brave moves into turn 1. We've got a car off. That's Gigi then, who gets it a little bit wrong through turn 1, manages to keep it on track. We'll start to see some brave moves though as we come up towards turn 3. We've got Dusgovia and Surf Rev already battling away. Surf Rev, who qualified behind him, will be keen to make a move up. Dusgovia doesn't put up too much of a fight against that. As long as he stays in the fight, he's got a chance. Mutt 36 and Les Pants battling away now for P7. Mutt's got the inside line. Will Dusgovia go back for a move? It's too far back from Surf Rev. Didn't get a great exit out of turn 3. There's Les Pants and Mutt going side by side. Mutt with the inside line. You'd fancy Mutt for this, but Les Pants can hang it around the outside. Just gets it a little bit wrong, goes a little bit too deep. A little bit further back, we've got Diablo 10th, Aldo 11th, Ice Chand is 12th, Vicar is 13th. He's made up a place then with Gigi, who made that early mistake down in P14. Dark Clark then leading the way. Tommy Concrete 7 tenths behind him. Then he's got Hirocraft Company. And Fubuki is about 7 tenths behind as well. Then Surfer Rev and Discovery, the top 6 starting to break away now. Then they're in a bit of a class of their own. Behind them, we've got a couple of cars side by side. That's Ice Chand and Aldo. I did see Diablo go for a move there as well. Was that on Les Pants? We might be able to go back and have a look on that. Looked like quite a good move then from the Australian. That has set off a bit of a chain reaction though, as the camera angles here aren't brilliant. We'll jump on board with Vicar as he gets a good view of all this action. He's got Ice Chand having to defend away in front of him. Chan goes for a bit of a move down the inside. Diablo though. Diablo gets a move made on Aldo. So Diablo's making all the early running at the moment. Already up to P9, the Australian. Let's have a little bit of a look at what that last move was like for him. It obviously lined the Les Pants up here. Got the early exit, got his braking done early. Les Pants did run a little bit wide. There was a bit of contact at the apex. I wouldn't say that was remotely purposeful. The top 4 unchanged. The top 6, to be fair, starting to run away. Moore's pulled a little bit of time back on them, but it's not a ton. Diablo is really taking the wide lines here. He's looking to carry maximum corner speed. Working for him so far though, as he stays ahead of Aldo in his chrome Scottish themed Bugatti. Les Pants initially dropping down the order, but we've seen Les Pants before and he's definitely he's got the pace, let's just put it that way. Maybe he's just not a fan of the track. He's definitely got the pace to be mixing it up, at least in the midfield tonight. Kind of looking forward to seeing a bit more of a midfield scrap. The scrap we've got at the moment though is Surfer v Fubuki. Surfer has got the bit between his teeth at the moment as he goes firing here at the League One man. Surfer Rev absolutely chomping at the bit tonight to get a result. He can see the top 3 pulling away and he doesn't want that to happen. Will he go for it here? He is going for it down at turn 1. A little bit of contact then. Fubuki has to take the escape road. Will Fubuki pick up a penalty for that? He may well do. Will he, or will the game discover that he was knocked off? I think that's exactly what it's done. That has also brought Discovery back into the fight. As Fubuki goes a bit deep, possibly a little bit of dirt on those tyres from last time. Discovery, sorry. As you can see, Fubuki there is weaving, he's just cleaning the tyres off, he's scrubbing the surface of the tyre. The problem he may well have with that is it might induce a little bit of heat into the surface of the tyre, which is preventing him from braking properly. Seems to have got it tidied up now though. Discovery putting the pressure on. This is allowing Surf Rev though, as Fubuki's just got someone else to think about right now. This is definitely allowing, get rid of that. This is definitely allowing Surf Rev just to escape away. A bit further back we've got Marshall v Mutt. They broke away from Diablo, who's now got Ice Chand for company. Ice Chand has got ahead of Aldo. Gigi Buffon has made some more ground up. Then he's got past Les Pants. Vicar having a pop at Les Pants now. This is the battle for not last. See his nose to tail then. Clean throughout the field though, of course, as Vicar just goes for the apex at the same time. Les Pants was nice and clean, no chance, no room at the end for a move though, as we do see Aldo a little bit further up going for a move. Tucks back into the slipstream a little bit further up. We had it was Discovery there looking for a move on Fubuki. Marshall and Mutt still going at it. It's Ice Chand now who's making the move past Diablo. I think the rule with penalties still applies here, by the way, so those of you that are watching will be familiar with the fact that a lot of different leagues have different rules on how you get rid of your penalties. In the Infinite GT Manufacturer Series, it kind of always been you burn it off within 2 laps. So if you were to pick up a penalty, lap 2, turn 3, that penalty has to be gone by lap 4, turn 3. And you have to serve it. Red Bull Ring is quite easy to... Always Diablo goes very deep there. The brakes absolutely glowing red hot on that lime green veil on there. Press the wrong button, ignore that. Yeah, so you can burn penalties quite easy. The one up to turn 3, basically, if you just brake it at normal braking point, happy days. Tommy Concrete has got all sorts of pressure for Huracan. We don't have the active rear wing on this well, normally you can see the hydraulics there on the rear wing. Disabled due to regulations, and they're not allowed movable aero on the Group 4 machinery, so even though it's plumbed in and ready to do it, the system that operates that is disabled, unfortunately, because that would be an additional device that they're not allowed to have. So unfortunately, no extra braking, although it wouldn't really matter in this one because they've all got the same bloody car. Will Huracan get a run on Tommy Concrete? It's not looking like he's got the overspeed on him at this moment in time. Oh, we've got Fabuki and Duskovia here battling away. Is Duskovia looking for a move on the inside? Fabuki gives him the space. Duskovia gives him the space on the exit as well. No room at the end then for Duskovia, who is mixing it up right now. Where was he? Let's have a look. So Duskovia was P2 in League 3. For context, he spent the season driving a Mitsubishi. So he's currently literally hassling the chap who finished 3rd in League 1. And by hassling I mean he's giving him something to think about. Mind is blown. How are you commentating live, but my to do replay? Keyboard shortcuts, mate. You need a USB keyboard. You plug it in, and there's certain. I'll send it you. Mate. That is not a problem. Oh, we've got an early pitter then. Fabuki on the medium tyre. I said we'd start to see some. Pit stops, and we are. So those that are on the medium tyre, Dark Clark, of course, on the softs. Huracan, who's got past Tommy Concrete now. These two on medium tyres, they are 4.5 seconds back from Dark Clark. So I would expect these two in soon. Now we've got Surfev, who's on the softs as well, so he's got the slower compounder tyre to come. Duskubi's also on the soft, so I would probably expect him to start falling back in the second stage of the race. A lot of drivers choosing to take the medium early doors, so we'll see what the drivers that have started on the softs are able to do in the second stage. Looking at the tyre wear for some of them that are on the softs. Fabuki's out now on his softs. Dark Clark is probably the trendsetter here. His look fine. Not really dropping time yet either, so with 10 minutes gone, comfortably they can do 15. People that are gambling and doing the longest stint on the softs will probably have a little bit of management to do later in the race, but it's not going to be epic. Look, Duskovia's got really good tyres as well. Like, his are a little bit better than Dark Clark's, I'd argue, so he'll be extending this stint as long as he can. We've still got this battle with Mutt and Ice Chan going off. These two have been tied together the entire race. In terms of fuel, will we look to see any fuel go on board, as Mutt there is indicating to come into the pits? A nice little bit of signalling between those two, so Ice Chan didn't go for the move there, he would have got it anyway. I reckon we need... Did Fabuki took a bit of fuel on, so he should just need a splash and dash, maybe a lap or two's worth just to get you through. So the top three have similar fuel levels on board. Dark Clark stretched that lead a little bit, but I'd expect him to on the softs. The fact that Huracan and Tommy Concrete were doing similar times on mediums tells me the softs aren't all that powerful here. Either that or these two are just ridiculously quick. So we've got a lot of pit stops to happen yet. A lot could change in this race. At the moment, the guys on the softs doing all the early running, while the guys in the medium just trying to damage control that stint. So Ice Chan made a little bit of an error there. Oh yeah. They letting a dollar short on the brake pedal there, Mr. Chan. That's put him down a little bit. Then Marshall is trying to put the chase on. Now Marshall hasn't got Mutt to worry about. I can just try to pull away a little bit. Then we've got Diablo, who made some lovely moves early on, but his progress seems to have stalled since then. though he's not got any cars to fight, he's still worrying about the guys behind him. We've got Tommy Concrete in the pits then. He's the first of the front-running medium shod drivers to pit. Hirocram, importantly for this battle, stays out. So Tommy Concrete here could get the undercut on Hirocram. The side effect of that is Hirocram's tyres at the end of the race are going to be that bit fresher. How much does it matter here? Not too sure. Slipstream's way more important than tyre wear. Because even on worn mediums, Hirocram is getting purple sectors. So how important are they? Not too sure. Yeah, Jambo, just need a USB keyboard, plug it directly into your PS4. Then when you go to your spectator options, this one needs to be on, and then I'll send you the shortcuts you can use. Only really works live. You can use it in the replays, but it's not as good. Doesn't always work. I'm using the number keys in the minute, so if I want to go back to Dark Clark, I just press 1. Then if I want to go to Les Pants, I just press 8, because it's in 8th. And then I can do this as well, look. Oh, it's fancy, isn't it? In fact, we'll have a look. We'll have a look what everyone's helmets look like. So Dark Clark, what's Dark Clark's helmet like? There it is. There's a joke there, but it's... I'm not going to go for it. You're going to pick up a penalty for that, Hirocram. You can't. You just take it mick, mate, now. You've got to get... There we go. There we go. Michael Massey has deemed you to get half a second's worth of penalty. So for Eb then in number 3, Irish themed helmet, of course, for Surfer Ev. He wanted me to point out the butterfly in his car, so there it is. That's for JJ. Duskovia, what do you look like? Oh, gone for the very dark red and black on his. Ice Chant. What do you look? Oh, I like that. That's a neat looking helmet, that is, Ice Chant. Does look good. It gives you gap to leader, your interval time, which is what the gap really between you and the other guy, basically. And then most recent lap as well. So not the fastest, but most recent. So for Vicar, that was a 42 or 42 something. He's had a chocker somewhere. Absolute carnage lap that time for Vicar. Tommy Concrete this time round. He's out the pits now. Keep an eye on Hirocram. Does Hirocram pit this lap? Because Tommy Concrete is now on his soft compound tyre. We'll just jump to him because he's there while they're about to set the pits. Does he come in? He does, yep. So he's going to try and cover off that undercut. Tommy Concrete, will he be able to jump him in the pit stops? Might be close. It's quite a long pit lane here at Red Bull Ring. Speed restrictions, etc. mean it takes an absolute age to get down to your pit box. As we now start to see a few pit stops cycle through. There's Hirocram in the pits. He's in the box now. So there's Vicar. There's Tommy Concrete. They're going to be side by side then, and he's just going to get it. Hirocram picks up a little bit of a penalty as well for an infringement on the way into the pits. Fabuki, who pitted early doors with the power wipers going, will get the jump on Hirocram through the pits. So the undercut here quite powerful. Definitely worth doing if you're in a close fight with someone else. So anyone that's not pitted yet, not many of them, just these two really, just the top 5 I don't think have pitted yet. Vicar 19 then, he's just set 37.5, respectable time for Vicar. He's got a couple of drivers kicking about behind him. Hirocram gets past Fabuki. Forgot to look at everybody's helmets, by the way. I just got a little bit distracted by actual racing, so I apologise that actual racing broke out and helmet watch had to come to an end. Aldo's is red and white, what a surprise. Right, this guy always knocks out a good livery. What's his helmet like? Oh, that's a good looking helmet, that. I do like your helmet, GG. Yes, you can clip that. Always wanted to see how so. Me too, mate. Me too. I've had many times I've been on his stream looking to get a glimpse of his helmet, and he's never once got it out. There it is. And look, if you wanted a close up as well in his car, you can see there's his helmet. Look, got a really good close up view of that. Let's get age. This stream will get age restricted soon if I carry on doing that sort of nonsense. So Dark Cloud then has not yet pitted. So this is what a lot of the guys that are now out on softs, I guess, will be looking at this tyre wear. 17 minutes done. He's got to think about a pit stop pretty soon. He'll be looking at the gaps and what the times are that other people are doing. He's still the owner of the fastest lap of the race. So I suppose until they gets beaten, that shows that no one else is really got flying. Now that the likes of Tommy Concrete and Hirokram are now out, and Fubuki, of course, 36-1 for Fubuki. Oh, we guess it a little bit wide there. Fubuki, that you're nearly going to get my stream ban for what's on side of your car, my friend. That's naughty. Although, quite not that side, the other side. The girl with the massive personalities on the side of your car. Surfer in the pits with 33 litres of fuel on board his car. And I know he will have commented on that in his stream. I guarantee it. I'm going to go watch it later, but I guarantee he's commented on that. Dark Horse stays out. So it's dipping into the 37s now. Surely he's losing time on softs. Because on the mediums they were doing 36s. So now it's just a case really of Tommy and Hirokram not fighting for a little bit. Yeah, Hirokram 35-0. Now's the time to pit. 100%. Should have pitted already. The problem for Dark Clock now is he's just going to lose time to these boys. I think he's stayed out too long on his softs, personally. Hirokram is the man in the ascendants to the end now as he starts to put pressure on Tommy Concrete. 35-0 last time out. What else have we got going on? Surfer Ev now out of the pits, P5. Where's Dusgovia then? He's P7, 36-7 for him. Don't forget he's on the mediums now. So most drivers out in front of him on the faster compounder tyre. If you're Dusgovia, your target is Surfer Ev. You've got to try and capture him down. Surfer then pitted just now. A couple of seconds ahead. Mutt can do you an absolute solid and hold him up. But yeah, Dusgovia's target's got to be Surfer Ev. He didn't. He missed the trick. Oh, he didn't say it. Oh, Surfer. Hey, what are you doing? There's a good old ding dong here for P10 involving Ice Chand, Aldo, Gigi, Lespant. Vic has fallen right off the boil somewhere. Whether he's I know he had that issue where he had a 42. Yeah, he's had a couple of bad laps as Vicar. So I'm not sure what's happened with him, but Dark Clark stays out again. I'm trying to work out if there's a reason why he's doing what he's doing, but I can't think of one. To me, there isn't one. It's not worth staying on the softs that long. It's Hirokram slipperoos one up the inside. James, has Dave got a Google Doc going with the points, by the way? If so, can I have the link? Or have you got a Google Doc going with the points that you can share with me? Hirokram then can't get past Tommy Concrete this time round. Tommy, however, goes a little bit deep. Hirokram might be able to slide one up the inside. Tommy is going to have the inside line though, and yeah, he's easily, well I say easily, but he's able to hold off Hirokram. 9 minutes to go then. Cameraman's got lost. There we go. He's picked him up. Dark Clark finally pits. Now these boys are going to get him through the pit stop. That is a given now. Don't get me wrong, Dark Clark's going to have fresh tyres at the end, but they're going to be fresh mediums. he could have done with that gap on track, I think. These two will get him. Even though they're fighting, they're still doing 35s. Dark Clark, though, is out of the pits there. Short stop for Dark Clark, actually. That being said, yeah, fair enough, Dark Clark. I was wrong. I thought these guys would easily get you. Here I come. Trying to slide one up the inside. Tommy does go a little bit deep. Here I'm able just to get up the inside on the exit of the corner. The entry was overcooked there by Tommy Concrete. Tommy's going to squeeze him as far to the right as he possibly can. Here I'm battling back, of course. A little bit of side-by-side contact between these two. Hirocram goes a little bit deep. Does gather it up on the exit. A nice move there by Hirocram. Ultimately, let's go and have a look at what that looked like from his perspective. You can see Hirocram just trying to make the space. Little bits of contact there between those two. And ultimately, Hirocram able to get the move made on the exit of the corner. A good move in the end. I don't think we have one. Okay, fair enough. It's just so we know who's won, you know what I mean? So, I think we'll probably guesstimate it based on the results anyway, but yeah, anyway. But I'm assuming you're using feature race points, so 25 points available, etc. Right, so final 7 minutes. Let's give ourselves a bit of a picture to paint, and we'll go through the field. So Dark Clark, 2.9 seconds in the lead, has got the medium tyres on board. These two, if they stop fighting, Tommy Concrete's back ahead of Hirocram, by the way. When did that happen? It happened near the end of sector 3. I didn't see it. Just keep an eye on this, because Hirocram's... This is going to help Dark Clark. If Hirocram can get through and get away, and the problem is you're constantly in the slipstream. Hirocram's going to get on the power earlier, then he's going to have a run down to turn 4. Gonna have to tear ourselves away from this fight in a moment anyway, just to keep an eye on what everyone else is doing. Tommy Concrete nearly fell for the dummy there, but Hirocram wasn't able to do it. He's gonna have to try and do it on the exit instead. Hirocram, of course, had a great fight here with Dylan in the GTTCC not long ago. That was pretty much a 2-lap side by side with Dylan, so he's got experience of battling here. Fabuki 4th at the moment, 9.6 seconds ahead of Surfer Ev. Surfer and Mutt 1.2 seconds apart. Discovery is all over the back of Mutt 36 like a fat kid on cupcake, and Discovery is on the medium tyre, whereas Mutt is on the soft. 5 seconds south of those boys is Diablo on the soft. Will be catching Discovery. How fast though is definitely a question. Marshall P9 at the moment for Marshall, with Aldo in 10th. Ice Chand 11th. That battle for 10th has steadied somewhat, with Gigi and Les Pants battling away for 12th. Gigi invented different lines for that one. Go back to this battle then. So Hirocram's managed to get himself ahead. Discovery's ahead of Mutt, is he? What happened there? We've got a reblowing. Go and find out, boys. Let's have a look. Does Mutt serve a penalty? I think he must do. Mutt must just serve a penalty here. Something's happened. Something has happened. Some tragedy has befallen these two. My replay doesn't go back not far enough, because I'm assuming whatever happened earlier on. Tommy Concrete has a little bit of a penalty to get rid of. He's been chased down by Fabuki, and there's obviously been something happen there with Hirocram. I don't know what. I didn't see it, and I am I'm not at liberty to potentially discuss what happened either. So Hirocram then leading not leading, sorry, Dark Clark leading. Here I am chasing, 3 seconds to make up in 3.5 minutes. He can do it in terms of lap time, it's just a case of whether he's got it left in him. So that's another, what, 2 laps at least? Maybe a 20th lap. Mutt 36 pitting then for fuel. He didn't take enough fuel on board. That's probably why Discovery got past him so easily. We were too busy watching that little fight. So Discovery then, I said after the pit stops, his target is Surf Rev. Target acquired, Discovery. The man you're chasing is directly ahead of you. Discovery has a little bit less fuel. Should have enough for the end of the race, I should imagine. Yeah, should have enough. We'll keep an eye on the gap between Dark Clark and Hero Crom, because that's definitely going to be worth watching. Tommy Concrete. Don't know. Yeah, like I said, I'm not a liberty. I didn't see whatever happened. I didn't see it on stream. Something obviously did happen, but I didn't see it. So, God knows. I have no idea. I occasionally will get a notification because they'll have been chatting about something. I don't see anything, I'm afraid. Discovery's fuel lights flashing. He's got 2 more laps to do for sure then. Only Discovery knows if he's okay for fuel. What he needs to do really is get in Mutt's slipstream and just coast everything. Missed it too, not sure what went on. Yeah, wouldn't have seen it anyway. I didn't see anything on stream. We were watching Discovery get past Mutt. So Mutt now is out of the pits. P13 for Mutt. That does put pay to any championship dreams he has. Dark Clark's fuel flashing as well. The gap between him and Hirocram 2 seconds now. So Hirocram is catching him. 35.7 last time round. 36.3 for Dark Clark. What Hirocram needs really is to get in the slipstream of the car ahead. But I think Dark Clark potentially has done enough. Because he will not make that overtake easy, put it this way. Hirocram also got a little bit of a penalty to worry about. So he's got to burn that off. Soon, I would imagine. Tommy Concrete holding third at the moment, comfortably ahead of Faruqi. Then it's Surf Rev who has a 2-second lead over Discovery. Discovery's made an error somewhere. That is fuel saving. I want to say he's fuel saving because he's short shifting like crazy. He's potentially getting caught, and he is getting caught by Diablo. Discovery just needs you just need a lap of fuel, dude. That's all you need. However much you've got, the leader's got the same. So here we go. 1.4 seconds is the gap now between the leader and P2. Hirocram not getting any slipstream right now. It's all down to pure pace. Hirocram will get rid of that penalty there. There we go. Right, the chase is on. 1.4 second gap. Tommy Concrete 4.5 seconds back from this, with Faruqi 5 seconds further back. The top 4 seems mostly settled. Weirdly, no real battles on track. We have got a few finishes as well. We've got Les Plants who's finished 11th. Gigi has finished 12th. Mutt finished 13th in the end, with Vicar finishing in P14. But we can now go back and watch and just see if anything does happen between these two. Pending Dark Clark making a mistake. Yeah, pending Dark Clark making a mistake, I think this one is mostly sorted. Let's get the duck of victory on. Yeah, there we are, look, duck of victory. Dark Clark takes the win then, unless he cocks it up on the final corner. Should be okay, nice and safe. Yeah, track limit's no issue. Well done to Dark Clark then for taking the win in the first race. Here we come, P2. Tommy Concrete gets third in the end, and he's going to do it backwards in style. Love that. Fabuki, P4. Will we get a handbrake? No, he's just going to go and scare the marshal. Surf Rev, great result. Surf Rev, P5 for the 33 man. And Duskovia in the end is just going to get passed by Diablo. He runs out of fuel. Oh, unfortunately for Duskovia, just like a little bit more would have done the trick. Then Marshall P8, Aldo 9th, and Ice Chand is going to get P10. So yeah, I don't know what happened at the top between Heracram and Tommy Concrete. Of course, the results of the race are always provisional. There is always the opportunity for officials to review things. So if you're unhappy with anything that happened in that one, do report it in and give James a headache. He loves those. So, just for the purposes, in fact, I'll take a little screen grab of these because I don't know who's got them. 1 minute. James, if you want me to send you these, mate, I will do just that. I know. I'm guessing Fabuki's doing it. I'm assuming. I'm assuming Fabuki's doing that, but I've got them anyway, just in case you need them. So race 1 is done and dusted. We will shortly switch over to race 2 then. Oh, James, you're the host of the bloody room anyway. I forgot you're in here. Whoops. Right. Let's give you some tunes while we wait. What do we want to listen to? Anything? What have we got? What have we got? What have we got? All my YouTube timeline is now about Russia and Ukraine. Let's have this on. We'll get an advert. Ignore the advert.
Free music. Discover Epidemic Sound. Get the safest.
Let's have this. So we're off to Monza now. Route 1 Bugattis. Just get this done. Yeah, James, I don't know if you're doing points, mate. Loyalty free. Can we have the ducks on? What ducks on? Give me a sec. Duck. Oh, it's actually a thing. You're not lying. It is. Are you sure I'm not going to get copyright struck for this, am I? Right, give me a sec.
Tell me the duck story.
Bum bum bum, ba-dum ba-dum. A duck walked up to a lemonade stand and he said to the man, run in the stand, hey, bum bum bum, got any grapes?
Bobby,
The
what
man
is
said,
that?
no, we just sell lemonade, but it's cold and it's fresh and it's all homemade. Can I get you a glass? The duck said, I'll pass. Then he waddled away, waddle waddle, till the very next day, bum 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 ba-dum. When the duck walked up to the lemonade stand and he said to the man, run in the stand, hey, bum bum bum, got any grapes? The man said, no, like I said yesterday. We
Is
just
this the
sell
right song,
lemonade,
Bob?
Okay, why not give it a try?
It's not
The duck
Daft Punk,
said,
is it?
Goodbye. Then he waddled away, waddle waddle. Then he waddled away,
Is this the right
waddle
song?
waddle. Then he waddled away, waddle waddle, till the very next day, bum bum bum
1 minute,
bum
I'll
bum
just-
ba-dum. When the duck walked up
This
to
is-
the
this is it.
lemonade stand and he said to the man, run in the stand, hey, bum bum bum, got any grapes? The man said, look, this is getting old. I mean, lemonade's all we've ever sold. Why not give it a go? The duck said, how about no? Then he waddled away, waddle waddle. Then he waddled
What?
away, waddle waddle waddle. Then he waddled away, waddle waddle, till the very next day, bum 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 bum
What is
bum.
What is
When
going
the
on?
duck walked up to the lemonade stand and he said to the man,
It
"Run in the
explains a
stand.
lot, Bob.
Hey, bum, bum,
It does
bum.
do.
Got
It
any
explains a lot,
grapes?"
mate.
The man said, "That's it. If you don't stay away, Duck, I'll glue you to a tree and leave you there."
I'm
all
guessing he
day
comes back and
stuck.
goes, "Got any
So don't get
glue?
too close."
No. Got
The
any
duck said,
grapes?"
"Adios."
I'm guessing.
Then he waddled away, waddle,
He'll come back,
waddle.
mate. I guarantee. It's an
Then he
old joke,
waddled
isn't it?
away, waddle, waddle, waddle. Then he waddled away, waddle,
James has
waddle.
changed the track now, so
Till
we'll
the
go back
very
in a
next
minute.
day, bum, 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 ba-dum. When the duck walked up to the lemonade stand, and he said to the man, "Run in the stand. Hey, bum, bum, bum. Got any glue?" "What? Got any glue? No, why would I? Oh, then one more question for you. Got any grapes?" Bum, 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 bum. And the man just stopped. Then he started to smile. He started to laugh. He laughed for a while. He said, "Come on, Doc, let's walk to the store. I'll buy you some grapes, so you won't have to ask anymore." So they walked to the store, and the man bought some grapes. He gave one to the duck, and the duck said, "No thanks. But you know what sounds good? It would make my day. Do you think this store? Do you think this store? Do you think this store has any lemonade?" Then he waddled away.
Right, well that was certainly something I wasn't expecting to be playing on stream tonight. Anyway, wholesome. Yeah, it was good. It was good. I'm feeling a bit happy now. So let's put Georgie back where she belongs. So the Duck of Victory then. So let's introduce you to the cars for the second race. That's not James. That's not it, mate. I mean, it sounds good, but that's just not it. So this is the car that we're going to be piloting tonight. It's the Bugatti Veyron Vision GT. Looks very similar to the Group 4 on the inside, but it's a very different beast on the outside. We're going to be approaching 200 miles an hour tonight. Mach 36 with the stop war in support of Ukraine. Of course, a hot topic at the moment. I see a few drivers run similar in liveries. James being a bit of a meme and driving the Mazda 787. Absolute screaming. I love that thing. It sounds great. We're just going to listen to this, I think. Bobby has got some. Yeah, many. Yeah, I agree, Dave. Couldn't agree more. Did you notice, Bob, by the way, you know, when I was doing commentary on the AXR thing, I got a duck on screen. A few times, actually. It confused everybody. But yeah. Everyone was confused about it. It's a very different concept tonight with the Bugatti VGT. We'll jump on board Surf Rev for a lap of Autodromo Monza. We'll talk you through this iconic circuit. So in terms of braking zones in these cars, I'm not too sure, but we'll talk you through a lap anyway, and we'll all, you know, we'll figure it out as we go. So normally it's 150. It's later in these cars as we break down towards Variante del Rettifilo, where Max Verstappen parked on top of Lewis Hamilton in the F1, and Surfer gets that catastrophically wrong. So Surfer will go away. We'll go to Fabuki. Fabuki maybe won't waste his time. So down Curva Grande, then turn 3 as we approach Variante della Roggia, the Della Roggia chicane. You can take quite a lot of the curb there through the first part of the chicane, but avoid the second part because it will kick you off. Down to the Lesmos then. A lot of speed carried through this first Lesmo. You really need to get the second part hooked up on the inside for the best possible lap time there, as Fabuki does almost to perfection. Down the hill and under the old banking we go as we go up towards Ascari. One of the most perilous sections of the track, surely. Braking at 100 metres. Get your car hooked up on the curb and then just hug the curb before slinging it out and approach and yeah, put your foot down and approach speeds of up to 180 something miles an hour in these cars as we go through Curva Parabolica. Very tight entry and then opens up. You can really just start planting the power then halfway through the corner and ride the car all the way on the outside as Fabuki does there in the 134s already tonight. Fabuki's nowhere near that, of course, because he encountered a wild surf rev halfway through his lap. But the Group 1 cars, all the aero, all the power. These are purely designed race cars. Whereas the Group 4 is very loosely based on a road-going variant. Just with a little bit more aero and a few more race bits added to it. These Group 1 cars are all out bred for racing. These are power-hungry monsters, if ever I've seen them. I flew the Georgie flag, mate, yeah. Yeah, the thing is though, Bob, that's what got us a lot of love, I think, because you kept going. Even with all the disconnects. You know, we were a few laps down before we even got going, you know. So, gotta love that. We should be getting underway any time now for another 30-minute race. So we're about ready to get going. I'm just waiting for James to do the necessary. To go. If you're watching, come and say hello. Let me know who you're supporting. Dark Clark fastest in practice. Practice doesn't mean a lot. They are on the medium tyres, so a lot of these drivers. So I believe it's a reverse grid. Gigi's out there on the soft, so he's gone fastest. Well, second fastest. So a lot of the drivers will start on the mediums because they're going to be out of position. They'll be reverse grid in this one, I'd imagine. So the Hirakrams and Dark Clarks of the world will be near the back this time. They'll have half an hour to try and fight their way to the front. They should try and do a lot of that on strategy. So I would definitely imagine those sort of chaps will start on the mediums, try and make some positions up early doors. But failing that, they will hopefully encounter a lot of people in the pits. Well, that surfer's livery tonight. He smacks the barrier. Is that no, it's one of his because it's got the 33 on it. And it's got the paws on it as well. So a lot of people have made their own liveries for these, which I'm quite impressed with. James still out there in the Mazda. It's just love the noise of that thing. It's just an animal. So waiting, I think we might be waiting. Someone might have just gone for a wee or something, I'm not sure. We normally have a little break between. We've been waiting 8 and a bit minutes. So. I don't think we've run Group 1. I was just trying to think then whether we've ever ran a Group 1 car in a Race of Champions event. I don't think we ever have. Or did we run the Audis one season? I don't know, you know. James might be able to tell me, but this might be the first time we've used the we get the group ones. So yeah, we've got the reverse grids. So this, of course, will mean that those chaps that finished at the back last time out will immediately be thrust to the front. Monza, of course, well, let's just say it's famous for its turn one, i.e. what you're looking at right now with all cars will be clustered into one very small area of track. One slight error of the braking will cause absolute carnage. Yeah, hopefully we don't have any issues tonight. Touch wood, fingers crossed. Just check messaging real quick. Here we go then. Another 30 minutes. Let's see what this holds for us then. Hopefully turn one is not an issue for people. 30 minutes on the clock. How is everyone going to get off the lights? These Group 1 cars have considerably more power, but a lot of them will have been using traction control off the line. Most people do get away well. I didn't see anyone bogging down. This Vicar at the head of the field. We have got Ice-chan though on the grass. We have, yeah, with Carnage. Controlled Carnage, but still Carnage. Duscubia shuffled to the outside then. Already, Diablo makes a ton of positions up early doors as everyone else gets involved in little bits of wrecks here and there, but it's Gigi Buffon leading us away. Vicar 19 having to concede a place to Mutt early doors. Lots of people going very deep. Someone's had to take to the escape road there. They might end up getting reset in the middle of the circuit. They did, I think, as Marshall then ends up near enough last. What happened to Duscubia? I'm quite keen to know what happened to Duscubia. He seemed to get barreled out early doors. What happened to him? Oh, he was minding his own business. Yeah. To be fair to Duscubia, he was minding his own business there and ended up on the gravel. Let's see. So Tommy Concrete already up to P5. Where's Hirokan? Hirokan is P10. Trying to make his way past Diablo. And Gigi, who's on the soft tyres. Mutt, who's on the soft tyres. Vickers on the soft tyres. So is Ice-chan. Top four, all one in the softs then, with Tommy Concrete being the first driver on the mediums. Tommy could do with a result here. P3 in race 1. He could do with a result in hopes of walking away with something. Are we looking at Dark Clark making a move here on Les Pants? He's certainly lining him up for one, goes down the inside. Les Pants going to fight it though. Les Pants gets it back through the second stage of the chicane. Dark Clark's going to have to go for it again through the second chicane. Hirokan is past Diablo. He's up to P9 now. Duscubia and Marshall battling away for that P11 spot. Then it's Surfrev in 13th. Surfer's had a nightmare somewhere. He was, didn't see what happened to that, unfortunately. It's Ice-chan and Vicar then. Ice-chan up the inside. Tommy Concrete is P5. Is Tommy trying to make a move as well? Yeah, he does. Tommy Concrete being clinical in these early phases. Already making waves through the field. Tommy Concrete, of course, plays on pad. Doesn't have a fancy expensive wheel like some of these boys do. Plays on pad. And then up to P8. He's made some moves as well. He's immediately now behind Dark Clark. Not going to be getting any slipstream from here. Dark Clark's going to try and get a move made through Parabolica. Goes a little bit deep as a result though. That's going to help Hirokan out as Vicar's going to be able to maybe have a fight back at him here. I think a short shift in there. You can hear just probably to try and get out of the battle that was going on. Tommy Concrete a little bit further up. Oh, opportunistic move though on Mutt maybe. Mutt might try and fight that one back through the second phase of the corner. Heracram a bit further back, not able to do anything about it. But Mutt looks like he went for the send down the inside. In fact, no, it was Tommy Concrete who went for the send down the inside. Watch from his perspective. To be fair to Tommy, it was a good move. It was a good move, just Mutt fought back. Tommy was bang on in everything he did there. As Heracram gets his way past Vicar, up to P6 for him. Les Pants in 8th, Fabuki 9th, Diablo in 10th, for Duskuvia in 11th, Marshall 12th, Surfer 13th, and Aldo 14th at the moment. But leading the way by a considerable amount. Big Gigi Buffon making all the right moves at the start of this race. Ice Chand P2, good race for Ice Chand so far. He's been pretty clinical early doors. Mutt 36, can he survive the onslaught from Tommy Concrete? Mutt hasn't got the slipstream from any of the cars ahead, so Mutt's going to be vulnerable here. Will Mutt just let him go? I think he will, and then he'll get that slipstream and go back for that. As Tommy goes very deep. It's going to give him dirty tyres then. Tommy might have to shake that off this time round. Dark Clark now with the slipstream from the cars ahead. I don't think Dark Clark's going to be close enough to make a move. We can keep an eye on Tommy and Mutt from this vantage point. Tommy on the outside. Mutt gives him space. Fair enough. Good racing, those two. Now will Dark Clark try and get a run down towards the centre chicane on Mutt. And Mutt is of course on the soft tyres, so should have the advantage under braking. Dark Clark stays put for the time being. Mutt doesn't need to defend that one. Heracram pushing hard in the background, then goes onto the gravel. Dark Clark again as we go through Lesmo, having a look, just maybe trying to fill the mirrors of Mutt there. He knows he's got Heracram right on his backseat. As it stands, it's Tommy Concrete starting to escape away a little bit in P3, and now getting himself on the back of Ice Chand here. Heracram will be getting the slipstream of all the cars ahead, and he's got no one to worry about behind him. Vicar 19 is 2.6 seconds back from this. Vicar 19 of course got a decent lead over everybody else, but he's dropping back from this little fight. Then will he try and make a move on Les Pants? The most powerful place to do an overtake is down into T1. Dark Clark pits early doors then on those medium tyres. Important to note here that Monza is very low on tyre wear, so you don't set a softs in theory should do you the full stint. Near enough anyway. So that's Dark Clark trying to get the undercut on everybody. Where does he come out though? He comes out 13th ahead of Diablo. Diablo has already pitted as well, so he's spotted the strategic advantage that pitting early can potentially get you in track position. You may feel the pain later on in tyre wear. We're yet to see how the softs handle it. I'm looking for a driver on softs and minimal tyre wear 7 minutes in. Absolutely minimal. It's probably worth that early stop. And Tommy, who's out there all by himself at the moment, 35.3 last time out for Tommy. Faster than the drivers on softs. One of the people that might be considering the undercut here is Heracram. Does he think while he's approaching all these cars ahead, does he think of that strategic advantage and an early stop might give him? He doesn't pit this time round. I'm surprised at that. Fabuki does love an early pit stop. Does he pit as well? No. No one else choosing to take that early stop. So now it's just going to be all about watching Dark Clark's lap times. See if he can do anything. He's got clear track ahead of him. 5 and a bit seconds to Marshall. Fastest man on track at the moment though is Mr. Gigi Buffon, purple sector 1 again. 34.3 for him so far, world of his own at the moment in a separate class. 5 seconds ahead of Tommy Concrete. Tommy is on the mediums, granted. Ice Chant P3 at the moment, doing a fantastic job there ahead of Hirokram. Hirokram has got past Mutt. Hirokram will be giving Ice Chant something to think about very soon. Early days in the race, of course. Well, we're a third of the way through, so not necessarily early days, but plenty of racing to come and a lot of pit stops to happen. So how much of a fight will Ice Chan put up against this? And he's deep in the slipstream. I would probably expect some of these medium runners to be thinking about that pit stop very soon. Quite clear the softs are a pretty durable tyre even around here. Does Tommy Concrete do that? No, he stays out. Everyone stays out. Fabuki a little bit wide there. He might pick up a penalty for just doing that. You do get him for going wide through Parabolica. No one else choosing to pit other than... I see someone in the pit there with Marshall. That'll help Dark Clark out though, because Dark Clark was catching him. Dark Clark now into the 33s. 33.6. 25 seconds off the leader already. And he's done his pit stop, so he's going to the end now. Now, what's it like for fuel? We're fine. He's gone, yeah, he's fueled up. So you probably do need a little bit of fuel. A little bit of news then for you. Tommy Concrete is starting to catch Gigi. Took a couple of attempts out of him that time round. We are talking here. Gigi was P3 in League 3. So you've got P2, arguably should have won the league in League 1, dominant the entire season, chasing down 3rd place in League 3. And Gigi has been, well, that lap was terrible, 37.5. No, that can't be right. So Hirokram and Tommy Concrete both pit this time out, then that releases Mutt and Ice Chand. So these boys, top 3 now, all on that soft compound tyre. I'm just going to be watching for, where is he, Dark Clark. So in theory, he should jump everyone in the pits, pretty much. There's Hirokram. He'll have the overspeed on him. Dark Clark gets the jump on Hirokram. Hirokram took a little bit less fuel on than Dark Clark did, so that will have saved him a little bit of time in the pits. Go on, Gigi. What a drive so far by Jambo. League 3 races so far in P1, P7, 8, 9. Yeah, they're representing at the moment, although that's changed a little bit now. Some of the pit stops have happened, they're even higher up. We'll see how all this pans out later on. So Discovery is now the highest placed driver on medium tyres. Again, if you're on mediums and you haven't pitted yet, you really need to be getting those tyres gone. So that's Discovery, Les Pants, Aldo. I think everyone else has been in. So everyone else now on the fastest compound tyre. Got a couple of drivers out there on that medium. Gigi now 7.9 seconds in the lead. He'll be out on those softs for a little bit longer yet. Plenty of life left in those. So will Ice Chand. So will Mutt. And Discovery, first driver out on the mediums. I expect him in this lap. Yeah, he's coming in this lap. Let's see where that brings him out. Aldo also pits. Les Pants stays out. Controversially stays out. Gets a position though off Vicker. Up to P4 then for Les Pants. Vicker just hits the gravel on the entry there, and that unsettles the car under braking. Able to gather it up. first place driver who's made a pit stop is Tommy Concrete. Everyone ahead of him has yet to stop. 23 seconds behind the race leader, and that time is coming down all the time now. Now he's on the soft tyre at Wildhu, so Gigi yet to take the slowest tyre. If I'm being honest, realistically, will fall down the order once he makes his stop. A great first stint, however you cut that mustard then for Gigi. In terms of on-track action, Tommy Concrete here on Vicker. Vicker is yet to make a stop, of course, so not in the same race at the moment as Hirocom tries to get through as well. So 3 cars for Ascari. That talks to the fact that Vicker was just able just to stay out of the way, really. Tommy through there. Dark Clark's trying to get through the same part of the corner as well. The Hirocom will try and get through on the exit. Well, that's Vicker showing some clean driving. Westpant's still not pitted on those medium tyres, but to be fair, his pace is fine. A 35.4 definitely won't cause you an issue. As Hirocom then gets past Dark Clark. Hirocom with slightly fresher tyres. 1.5 seconds now to Tommy Concrete. And this is the race for the potential overall win. Dark Clark tries to hold it round the outside. A nice move then by Dark Clark. Hirocom needs... what does he need? I don't know actually, because we haven't factored in fastest lap points. I'm sure James will tell us along the way what's going on. James, I know you're listening to this. Have we got points? If so, can I see it? Please. Don't know what you've been doing so far. I know you're in the room because you're hosting it. Check in on everyone else. Duskovia P9, Surfer 10th for him. Fabuki 11th place for Fabuki, 10th place for Fabuki as he gets past Surfer, who makes an error on the exit there. Diablo 13th, Marshall 14th place at the moment for Marshall. Most drivers have stopped other than GG, Ice Chance, Mutt and Vicker, I think it is. Second lap in a row for Tommy Concrete in the 33s, or 33.5 this time out. Hirocom only able to do that time out was a 36. So Dark Clark at the moment doing all the heavy lifting in the Minister of Defence department, making life as difficult as you possibly can for Hirocom. Doesn't want to let him go. Doesn't have to let him go. This is a battle for track position and potential championship position as well. Dark Clark's gap to Tommy Concrete 3.7 seconds now. That will be a mountain for even Hirocom to climb should he get past, and that is a should. This isn't a when. Monza, of course, you're gonna get the slipstream, so making an overtake's pretty straightforward, but defending that position is not easy. You're constantly giving slipstream to the car behind you. We'll just jump onto the roof cam here of Hirocom as he just goes for maximum exit speed out of Parabolica. He will then get the suck of Dark Clark. The move is somewhat of it's inevitable that Hirocom will get past, but will he be able to hold it? Gonna have to do it the hard way around the outside. Goes switch. That was nice actually. Switched to the inside last minute. Dark Clark though will just come straight back at him. Hirocom will have to defend this for his might now. What you want in points? Yeah, I just think it'd be nice to wrap it up in the stream if we can. Not provisionally, of course. Oh, Dark Clark then sent it a little bit too deep. He'll pick up a penalty for that. I should imagine, yeah. A little bit of one, not too much of an issue. But this was Dark Clark trying to just get the move made round the outside of Hirocram here. Ends up just going off in pursuit. And has unfortunately dropped out of that slipstream then. So Hirocram can now get chasing after Tommy. 3.8 seconds is the gap between them. Gigi still leading the race, of course. 10.5 second gap over Ice-chan now. 10 minutes to go. Yet to stop, of course, the top three. Tommy Concrete into fourth, 18.5 seconds back. Undoubtedly the fastest man on circuit. Third lap in a row, setting the fastest lap of the race. 33.3 so far for Tommy. Pulled time over here on that lap. Dark Clark 6th for the time being, has got rid of most of that penalty already. Vickers 7th, has yet to stop. Duskovia P8 should in theory get a few more positions once the stops take place ahead. Fabuki is 9th with Surfer for company in P10. But is Surfer going to be in a position here to make a move? No. Surfer of course taking place as champion of League 2. And goes for a celebratory drive through the gravel as a way of celebrating that. Les Pants P11 will get a good drive on Surfer now. Will he be able to do anything about the number 33 car ahead of him? Not right now, but he might be in the slipstream on the approach to Parabolica, so might be one to watch this. We'll come back to it. Aldo P12 starting to pick up his pace now, just set his fastest lap of the race with Diablo 13th. Also set his fastest lap of the race last time out. Now the fuel's starting to burn away. Much as at Red Bull Ring, you remember me commenting how the fuel is worth weight in the car. Very much the same here, so cars will be getting progressively lighter as the race goes on. It makes no difference, 60 kilos worth of weight has disappeared since the flag dropped. That will equate to faster lap times. See some drivers now into the 33s. This is a ridiculous time. 32 now for Hirocram. He's the latest. Oh, Gigi's made a mistake. Gigi's made a mistake. He's dropped it. And so is Ice-chan. They're all binning it. Ice-chan, that's going to give Mutt a huge advantage. Mutt will probably be in this lap. Gigi does retain his position at the lead. But if we just watch him here, he had Vicker 19's pitted, by the way. Yeah, he just... Gigi and Ice-chan both tackled a little bit too much sausage. Hirocram then first driver into the 32s. Ice-chan's going to let Hirocram go here. It's going to be... To be fair, Tommy Concrete, unless Tommy Concrete makes a mistake, Hirocram's going to find it hard work catching him. The only issue Tommy Concrete I think will come across is, I was just going to say that issue's been negated already. I was going to say is if he approaches the cars ahead that haven't stopped yet, but they've just pit. Oh yeah, I'm gutted for him. I mean, he's still in the lead, but he has got a 2... GT Sport, come on. 1.9 second penalty, and he lost a ton of time. It was easily 10-15 seconds he lost doing that. I mean, he'll still do well in the race, I should imagine, but... Yeah. I'm gutted for him as well. Message from James. Message from James. Not pictures of ducks, is it? You were going to work it out at the end. Oh, right, fair enough. I haven't got that in front of me. I'm afraid. It's alright. We can have an educated guess who's won. We'll have a look at the race results at the end and see what happens. Gap between Tommy and the Huracan is starting to fall ever so slightly. It's 3.5 seconds now. Now we did expect this, of course. We did expect Huracan to start catching him, but yeah. Les Pants and Surf are still involved in a bit of a battle. Oh, Ice Chan's involved as well. We cut to that at the wrong time. Les Pants waiting. Yeah, fair enough. You know, errors get made, so we'll just jump on board. We'll jump on board Surfer actually, because he gets a good view. Yeah, he just gets his braking wrong, that's all it is. Oh, the Surfer Moses through the Red Sea there, or what? That door proper open for you, didn't it? The Gigi's pitted then, I think. Out of the pits in P4. Yeah. And you know what? Fair enough. P4. Got to be happy with that. We've been in it as well. Yeah. So now that I think everyone has finally made their pit stop, let's have a quick run through where everyone is. Yeah, so Tommy Concrete leading the race, 3.6 seconds is the gap. Huracan P2. Dark Clark third at the moment with Gigi Buffon in P4. Big battle then for P5 between Faruqi, Mutt and Duscovia. We'll keep an eye on this for a minute actually, because this is starting to catch fire a little bit. Mutt's then going to try and get around the outside of Faruqi. This might open the door for Duscovia if they start having a little bit too much of a battle. Duscovia of course is going to get double suck from these boys. Faruqi moving to break the toe. That's his one move. Fair enough. Mutt then will be firmly in the slipstream here. Duscovia taking a slightly different line to these two. It's quicker, to be fair. He's gathering that time up. Duscovia might be in a position here to have a bit of a go coming down the end of the start-finish straight. Faruqi again using his one move just to break the toe. No one close enough this time out. Aldo, P8 for Aldo, soft tyre as well, so it might be pretty safe for Les Pants here. Les Pants looks like he might be edgy on fuel, you know, he might have to splash and dash this one. Surfer's got the Surfer's got that wrong, that's Ice Chan through. What happened there? Yeah, just a bit too late on the brakes, fighting away with Ice Chan. And then you got Marshall 12th. Diablo 13th and Vicar, after all said and done, unfortunately down into 14th for Vicar. Gap between the top, 3.1 seconds now. We've got 2 more laps I reckon for these two, and unless Tommy Concrete makes an error, he makes an error, this one is Tommy's. So it's going to come down to fastest laps, isn't it? Surely. And potentially pole as well. It's all on fastest laps at the moment. Top 3 all on 46 points. Who got the fastest lap in race 1? Or is that counting that? So what would happen in this case then? Because this is a solid draw, isn't it? Discovery's fuel saving, I think now, is he? Second race in a row for Discovery where he's having to save a bit. Saving fuel. Not hysterically, but he's still saving. 2.6 seconds is the gap. Yeah, not Not a lot in it. It's still Tommy's to lose. Tight as a proverbial duck's backside, indeed it is. Tighter than a duck's quacker. Yeah, it's close. You have to let me know what potentially would happen with this. So Les Pants then gets out of the way. Marshall. Les Pants we believe to be saving fuel. Diablo's had a crisis. Don't know what's happened to him. What has happened to you, Diablo? Did we see it? No, we didn't. Tommy's doing enough, doing plenty in fact. Even though his tyres are a little bit older, he's and a lot of this can be down to the fact that Dark Clark gave Hiracom a really hard time for a few laps and simply didn't let him just sail through. Gigi will think what could have been, but I think realistically, if we're being honest with each other, if we're being honest, P4 was probably all he was expecting. Given that the top three are doing 32s, you know what I mean? He's being chased down by Fubuki at the moment, but given his pace he'll be fine. This is the last corner then. I don't see anyone stealing Hiracom's fastest lap point. Hiracom 48, so with this result, Hiracom will take the win. Unless Tommy gets the fastest lap here. Doesn't. Tommy Concrete wins the race but not the championship. That is won by Hiracom. Dark Clark P3 across the line, joint second overall. Gigi Buffon has a second's worth of penalty. This could cost him fourth. He's going to have to be clever about how he burns this because Fubuki is chasing. Does he get rid of it? Oh, he keeps it. He keeps it. P4 for GG, 5th for Fubuki, 6th for Mutt. It's going to be 7th for Discovery. Great result for him. He's driven brilliantly tonight. One of my drivers of tonight, definitely. Aldo P8. Surfer P9. Disappointment for Surfer. He's made a couple of mistakes. Marshall 10th. Ice Chand 11th place for him. Diablo backwards. And 12th. Vicar 13th. And sideways as well. And Les Pants after running out of fuel a lap earlier. Cheers, Jumbo. Yeah, thanks to and a thanks to James for organising not just this, the whole season, and to Dave as well. Dave's done a lot of behind the scenes stuff. So as we watch the champion, Mr. Hiracom, 2 points in it in the end. But Tommy Concrete and Dark Clark have had a great season. They took the manufacturer's title and they take P2 and P3 respectively in the overall champion standings. Tommy Concrete who wins the race, but unfortunately doesn't take the overall. Well, that is going to go to Hiracom. So that's the Infinity GT Champion of Champions event. And I think that's pretty much it for Infinity GT in Gran Turismo Sport. The next time we see this league back will be in GT7, I believe. As is the case with most sim racing leagues now, they're pretty much all moving across to GT7 when that gets released in a week or so. As for me, I haven't bought the game, so I don't know whether you'll see me commentating this. I don't know, couldn't tell you. Cheers, DK10. Yeah, I'll be. If my comms have been off, I'm still tired from work this week. It's been an exhausting week. I have some annual leave coming up, so I'll be okay. So yeah, the usual end of season thank yous, obviously to James and Dave for putting the event on. Everyone who's driven in the event as well. The attendance rate's been really good throughout the season, so kudos to everyone for that. All the commentators for all the leagues. there have been who does commentary? It's Jambo and DK10, is it? You're welcome, Fabuki. You're welcome, Hirokram. You're welcome, Tommy. You're welcome, Surfer. You're welcome, Discoveria. Hope you enjoyed the stream, boys. If you haven't subscribed already, please do that. It is free. It costs you nothing, and it gives me a warm, fuzzy feeling on the inside every time I see my subscriber count go up. So please do that. You're welcome, Surfer, mate. If you want to go watch Surfer's POV, you can go and check him out. He will have been streaming that. You did. Fair enough, yeah. Is that James out there now in his meme car? That is, yeah. Right, so that's it from me then. I think there's nothing more for me to say. Of course, I'll still be doing some comms. I've got some to wrap up. I've got the GTTCC comms to wrap up, but I've been too busy to do it. So yeah, I'll catch up with that at some point. I have no other commentary stuff going on, I don't think. So who knows? Obviously, I've got the GTTCC racing to do. Mine's streamed by Smoker, so you can go and watch that. But yeah, get yourselves joined into MRC on Facebook, where we host all this stuff. Infinity GT will no doubt return, but with the addition of GT7 content, so we should have different tracks and stuff. So we should have that popping up as well. Well, thanks for subscribing, Ian. Appreciate that. Thank you, mate. It doesn't always tell me about subs on. That's one thing that annoys me on YouTube. I don't get notifications for every one of them. It depends on your profile settings. Not everyone has the profile set so it announces you when you subscribe. It's one of the downsides about YouTube. It's what I liked about Twitch. It's very interactive. This isn't. But Twitch was being a bit daft. Right, I need to close this down now, so thank you for watching if you have. Really appreciate you stopping by and keeping me company on the cold winter nights. Really good racing throughout. Obviously, provisionally, Hirokram is the winner of this, but that will be confirmed by James in a post. So keep an eye out for James Harben posting on the Mature Racing Club page, where it will all be confirmed. So thank you once again. Take care of yourselves, ladies and gents. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see you all on another one. Race clean, race fair.